Hi, welcome to the Gear for Music Orchestral YouTube channel. We're here today with Nik Carter, a Yamaha artist, looking at the Yamaha custom saxophones. So in your hand right now, you've got the YAS 82Z saxophone model. So this is part of the custom saxophone range from Yamaha. What makes this model so special?
Well, as with all Yamaha's custom saxophones, they have a unique Japanese brass that makes up the composite of the saxophone. The one-piece bell, the way the horn resonates, thus the tone quality you're getting. With this specifically, the Zs tend to have a sort of a bit more of a darker sort of
mellower sound?
Yeah, potentially. But they still, at the same time, they still project really well.
Yeah.
As well. So it's kind of just tonal difference slightly to the EX, which is obviously it's twin, if you were,
yeah.
the sort of which are sort of a little bit brighter. But that being said, this comes with metal resonators, which is for people who don't know, it's the disc in the middle of the pad, which is, as opposed to other Yamahas which are plastic, this one's metal. Again, it all helps. It's all about how everything vibrates.
Yeah.
And that's obviously from, as a saxophone player, as we know, that's from the reed, where it all starts, and then coming into here, which is a custom V1 neck. Yep. And then there's been amazing improvements made around the tenon area around here, so everything just locks in great. It's they've focused really hard on the sort of how everything vibrates around here, which makes a massive difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's notoriously a weak point there at sort of your octave mech, and it can so easily get damaged, and you can just lose the sound there as well. So the focus on that and the extra sort of bracing that you've almost got around that point is really special, and it really helps to keep that sound.
I mean, and they're solid horns. They're made so well. Talking about sort of structurally, as you've just said about the octave mechanism, things that can get, damaged or whatever. What I would say is that there's the improvements on the posts, and certainly around this area, which is your palm keys. They're just, everything feels so much more solid, and therefore, when you're playing these, if you might be doing a West End show or something where you're playing 8 times a week, or if you're going to the studio, if you're flying abroad, you're doing these different things, you want something that's really solid, You
need it to be reliable as well.
And with that, though, they're not sort of, they're still really beautiful instruments. You can see like the custom engraving.
It's all hand engraved as well, isn't it?
Which is amazing. So you've got that, but with this kind of structural stability as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of, they're brilliant instruments, just really well made.
Shows you the details across the whole thing, from the delicate details of that to the more refined elements to keep it stronger and keep the sound.
Exactly, and with those things, that you're buying a great instrument, and so that, in that sense, certainly I know as a performer, you don't even have to think about that stuff. That's nice that these are the bonuses that one has, but it's all about, and that's what Yamaha have done. They've taken care of that stuff for you, so that you, the performer, saxophonist, can then just focus on what that is, and that could be, certainly with this, anyone who's wanting to go down more of a jazz, as a genre, and a certain different performance, playing your standards, playing in big bands, playing in sort of small ensembles. Certainly from anyone who's at music college, or anyone who's wanting to go to university, anyone doing their grade 8, anyone doing any of that kind of stuff. This is a professional horn that's used by, as I say, I know lots of my contemporaries that are using this, but also and
it's trusted by those professionals as well.
As I say, so I do play an EX, and I've had that for 20 years. Had this have been out at the time, who knows? I won't say it too loudly because it might hear me, but but yeah, they're amazing horns, and as I say, the improvements that are made are it's going to really let you take care of business,
And then you've got other sort of features like the key work. So you've got, with all the custom saxophones, you've got the key work that helps to stabilize the low notes, which again can be a difficult place, especially as you're getting to sort of grade 7, grade 8. Getting those low notes to come out really solidly every time can be difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a combination of things on the saxophone, I think, and certainly the improvement here on the key work to start with. The low B and C sharp mechanism makes that a lot easier. But also going back to when I said about the one-piece belt, the fact that how everything vibrates, that makes a massive thing. So it's not just the key work, and that's what's you couldn't have one without the other, and that's what Yamaha have done. They've taken care of both elements. And again, with the neck being free blowing, allowing more air to pass through the instrument, which allows it to resonate. And again, yes, you know, when it's all under the fingers, having, even from the forked F key here, you know, your fingers aren't sort of flying off, you know, and it's all here, so you're not going to miss anything. That's the thing. Because it all gets quite, especially if you're playing at speed or something, that can be half the battle. If you press something on a lesser saxophone and something opens that shouldn't, you're not going to get that here. Everything seals properly. And as I say, it is down to the tonal resonance and things and the airflow. That's what's helping you get those low notes from playing really a nice subtone right through to honking out nice and loud, you know, whatever you need to do, you know.
Whatever is needed at the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then also to help with that, you've got the mother of pearl keys. So they just help you feel where you need to be. They help you keep it in position. And if you're playing in the dark, in a dark little jazz club or a pit or just wherever you are, you can feel exactly where you need to be.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And it will, as I say, with the improvement of the F key and where the posts are positioned with these palm keys, everything sits, you know, nicely underhand.
Yeah.
So it's all there, again, allowing you, certainly with jazz and things as well, you know, and with classical music, I should say as well, you've got to be focusing on the music. You know, this is the extension of you. You know,
it really is, isn't it?
And that's, you know, you want the horn to be able to do that and have that trust between the saxophone and the player. And that's a huge thing because you know you want your instrument to do the right thing. You've got enough to be thinking about with what you're putting through it, you know.
Yeah.
And with one of these,
you need to be able to trust what's going to come out of the other end.
It's a partnership, you know, and this is it. So all the qualities it has, it's going to I think this is going to be a great saxophone for someone, you know.
And then, I mean, you've got the 6 different variations of finish for this one.
Yeah.
Which means you really can personalise it to your style and what you need. Obviously, your EX is black and gold, which again is available in this one.
That's right. They do, and we're going to count these now. They do an amber finish, which is beautiful as well. I think that's probably the most recent one. Actually,
that's one of the new ones.
The most edition. And then they do, which people may have seen before, they do a silver finish. They do the gold one that I'm holding and an unlacquered version, which is very cool as well. And there's something to be said potentially with that will, even with the Z within that model, the unlacquered, that will give a slight different tonal quality as well.
Yeah, and you've got the gold plated as well, which is kind of the opposite to the unlacquered.
Yes, yeah. So I think with some of the others you get, you know, they all have slightly different tonal qualities and things, but you know, the choice between those two, that's quite you know, if someone wants that, someone who's got a specific sort of sound in mind, it's great that this saxophone comes in those options for them, you know. So
you really can personalise it to yourself and to your sound and to your needs. Yeah. So if you do need that warmer sound of the gold plate or if you need that brighter sound that might come with the silver plate.
Absolutely, yeah.
So this instrument is a great upgrade. So if you want to just take your performance up to the next level, this is the perfect place to be, really, I guess. And then you've also, so alongside all the different lacquer and finish variations, you've also got the opportunity to get it without the high F sharp.
That's right, yeah.
If you don't need that.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely mean, when they say custom, they definitely offer the different things, you know, variants that a professional player or indeed someone else might, you know, college student may well want, you know.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
having it's that not having a high F sharp is perhaps similar to certainly older makes of saxophone from way back that sort of didn't have those, you know. So there's something to be said for that, which is, again, that becomes a very personal thing. Some people don't want it. I personally really like them, certainly for playing harmonics, and I certainly know from friends of mine who are classical musicians, they sort of have the benefit of wanting to use that key as well. So yeah, it comes as standard with that, with the high F sharp. So again, it's an option if you don't want it. Also, the separate key guards that are adjustable as well. Again, that helps with the venting. And again, people have it slightly different. You know, if you want a bit more projection stuff, arguably you could have it set up like that. So, you know, taking it, I mean, do you know, I had a repairer years ago who always said to me that Yamahas were his favourite.
Oh, yeah?
Because, you know, and I've actually found that wherever I've been around the world and I've needed to take my instrument, if I've needed to get it checked or anything, and that's because of these things that they have, you know, that the various adjustable things and all of that, all this trickles down from the top models right down. It's Yamaha's kind of philosophy, I think, to sort of improve their lower models. But certainly here with this instrument specifically, the way that they've put that in is brilliant.
You can get professional level adjustments.
You can really hone in to get an individual sound with everything that we've mentioned already, plus these extra little things we've just mentioned. So,
they've definitely thought of everything that you could need on the saxophone.
I can't see much else you'd want to improve. So, and as I say, it's just bespoke with what finish and things you want. So you've just got so many options with that, which is brilliant, really, you know.
It really is. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today. If you've got any more questions on this saxophone or any of the saxophones in the Yamaha range, please drop us a comment below and we'll see if we can answer your question. Otherwise, hit subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.